Hi everyone, my name's Anna. Welcome to this Christmas card making project. This card making project is to make a gorgeous, very elegant Christmas card that I'm sure you're going to love. It uses lots of different components and I'll try and tell you what I've used from which collection as we go through. All from Anna Griffin, and as I said, the card is just so elegant and pretty when it's finished that it will adorn any mantelpiece, pride of place. Everything I do use I'll put down below in the description box so that you can see the title of the item and the link if there is one. So the first thing I've got is a 6x6 inch card. I've cheated a little bit because I've already put a layer on the front, so you'll have to forgive me for that. So let's have a look at the size. On our sizeometer it is the 6x6. It's a perfect square size for making cards with, not too big, not too small, and there's enough area to fill and make a nice statement without worrying that you've got lots of space or gaps that need filling. Because I know sometimes people have said to me an 8x8 or 7x7 is just a bit big and it takes too long for them to think about what to put on it. So a 6x6 is a good size. As always, I'm going to start off where I'm going to use a bone folder, which is a plastic item shaped a bit like the old-fashioned letter openers really, and it's got smooth edges, and you simply run it along the edge of a card to give it a professional finish, to stop any unsightly creases, and for when it stands up it looks better and it's got a good crisp fold. It's just my thing. I like to make sure something's got a good crease on it. So we're going to start off as always with the inside and to make an insert. Now I must admit I've kind of done all the inserts, but I'm going to explain how I've done it. This is going to be our insert for the card, and what I've done is I've used one of Anna's 6x6 inch Grand Duet embossing folders, and it's the frame. I've used it on ivory, plain ivory paper, and I ran it through to emboss it. After I'd embossed it, I just tinted it very lightly with the luminous gold ink pad from Anna and just a touch of the Christmas red, and when I say touch, a very light touch. Then I took it back through my machine to flatten it. So what that means is I put it onto the plate and I put my next plate on top of it and the embossing mat, no dies or embossing folders, and then I just ran it through the rollers to flatten the image so that it's no longer embossed. However, the embossing, where I've inked the embossing, it's kept the pattern once it's flattened it. Then I've stamped using one of Anna's Christmas stamps, May Your Christmas Be Merry and Bright, using the luminous gold ink pad. And I've got double-sided tape on the back of this, and I'm simply going to add this to the inside of our card. So it's a simple method of using your embossing folders in a slightly different way to emboss, ink them and then flatten them, as it were. So we're just going to add that to the centre of our card, like so. Flatten that down, and that's going to match perfectly to the outside. So now I've added that, I'm just going to give it another crease with my bone folder. I've already added a layer of gold paper. I'd like to apologise for the pheasant that's making a noise outside, but he's squawking. So I've added a sheet of gold paper, and it's a flat gold, it's not a metallic gold, as our base layer. Then I've taken an ivory piece of card again, taken it through the embossing folder from the Grand Duets with the frame, and I've left it as it is. I haven't flattened it, I've left this in its embossed state so it's nice and raised. I haven't inked it either, I've just left it as Ivory. I'm sorry, I'm laughing because the pheasant is making such a noise, and I don't think the camera will pick it up, but he's really squawking. Right, so we've added that to the front of our card, so it already looks very regal and very clean and very pretty. So next I've used the Fretwork 2 dies from Anna, and I've used Anna's gold cardstock, gold glitter cardstock, and I've cut out 2 Fretwork dies that are the same fretwork as on the actual embossed frame. I've got some wet glue, and I'm just going to add a little bit of wet glue to the back of the fretwork dies that we've got. So let's just add that. Now I'm not going to add a lot because we've got other things going over the top that should hold it down. So I'm going to match pattern for pattern. So the pattern at the back on the embossing, I've just simply gone a little bit away from it. Oops. Like that. So I'll just add, oops, a little bit of glue. Happy accident, there we go. Just rub that off. That'll probably stick now anyway. And then I'm going to do exactly the same with the other side. Add a little bit of glue and then stick it so it's over the edge of the design on the embossing. There we go. Like that. Hold it down for a few seconds. Okay. Next I've taken 2 of the gold flourishes from the pack that you get that's just full of gold flourishes, and you can get them in the silver as well. The stickers, so I'm just peeling the back of them away and then sticking it to the top of our card like that in the middle of the frame. And then the second one I'm going to do exactly the same. Peel the back away, good strong stickers, and again I'm just going to add that to the bottom of the card, which helps with your fretwork dies to stick those down. So now it's looking like that, looking a little bit odd at the moment, but don't panic, Mr. Mannering, as they say. So next I've pinched this from the Holiday Trimmings 2 kit, and it's a 3D snowflake, and I've got double-sided tape on the back of it, and I'm simply going to add this to the centre of our card like that. And then again from the Holiday Trimmings kit I've taken a sentiment. It says Season's Greetings, and this is a sticker, so the back will peel off of this. Simply peel the back away, and I'm going to stick that through the centre of the snowflake like that. And then to finish it off, I've got a little gold bow, and she says make that a little bit straighter, and I'm just going to finish it off with a gold bow at the top of, shall we put it underneath? Let's have it underneath for a change. There we go, and the bow finishes off the card perfectly. So that's the outside of the card with our embossing, our die cutting, our fretwork, the flourishes, and that's our inside. So you can see how it all works together. It'll stand up. It'll go in any envelope. You've got a couple of layers there, but it's not too thick that it won't go in an envelope. So it makes it look wonky. Anyway, that's our finished card. And I think that looks so pretty, so elegant, that it would look great on any Christmas mantelpiece whatsoever. Stands up nicely. I think I've just done that. So if you've enjoyed this, please give me the thumbs up. If you've got any comments, please feel free. Don't forget January, 31 days, 31 tricks and techniques. And I'd just like to say thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.